4 tips on living with a high conflict person. During these unsettling times when many of us are being forced to stay at home, you may find yourself confronted with the realization that you are living with a high conflict person, HCP. It could be your spouse, relative, friend, or even someone that you encountered online. Often, our intuition will tell us that something is wrong in our relationship, but it can be difficult to understand why or what you can do about it. It is estimated that roughly 10% of adults have a tendency towards a high conflict personality, and roughly 15% have a personality disorder. These statistics are taken from a DSM-5 diagnostic manual of the American Psychiatric Association. So, with these high percentages, you will almost certainly encounter one of these people at some point in your life. Learning how to recognize these behaviors is essential in developing a relationship that can still be very rewarding for the both of you without causing either of you extra stress and draining your energies. Before we dive into it, we would like to ask you to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on a similar video. Hit the notification button so that you can be notified every time we post a video. These are the most common behaviors of high conflict people. A tendency to always blame those around them. Because high conflict people lack accountability and self-reflection, they will not take responsibility for their actions, and instead they will always feel that you are to blame. An inability to manage their emotions. HCPs usually experience extreme moods and sudden mood swings, which can make it harder for them to regulate their emotions. An all-or-nothing mentality. High conflict people lack the ability to reason and compromise, and so they will often take/expect extreme actions. Number 1. Extreme and uncommon behaviors. High conflict people will often behave in ways that the majority of people would find completely unacceptable, but for the high conflict people, it is completely normal. The key is to employ some simple strategies that will diffuse these behaviors and shift your experiences towards something more positive for both you and your partner, friend, or family member. Here are a few pointers to keep in mind. High conflict people lack the skills that would enable them to self-reflect, and so you cannot expect them to understand or appreciate your efforts to make them see your point of view. They will likely become very defensive, and your conversation will become an argument. Instead, you could, number 2, focus on your future together. High conflict people are stuck in the past and will often rehash times when they felt wronged by either you or other people, which will likely fuel an argument. Try to steer your conversations towards positive ideas about the future and give them some fun and exciting choices. Also, you must avoid, number 3, confrontations. High conflict people have a difficult time regulating their emotions. If you feel a conversation is escalating, then you need to defuse their emotions. Try taking a timeout from the conversation so that you can both cool down. Remember, don't let their attention go back to the past issue and keep them feeling positive about the future. Finally, never, number 4, get angry and accuse them of having a high conflict personality. To do this would be like setting off an avalanche that would be impossible to undo. The HCP in your life will get angry and defensive and will deny the accusation. It will create a great deal more distrust, anger, and resentment in your relationship. In other words, it is important to understand and accept that you cannot change the behavior of a high conflict person. Remember, they are stuck in their ways, and any attempt to change them will be futile. Your power lies in your ability to recognize and understand it and consistently use the above-mentioned strategies. It can be very stressful to live with a high conflict personality, but knowing how to interact with them will help you to build many more positive interactions, which will only make your relationship healthier and stronger.